A woman in Ohio is making $1,100 a month from a spare closet. A guy in New Jersey is pulling $700 a month from 3 plastic bins on a garage shelf. Neither one has a chicken, neither one has a permit, and neither one had any experience when they started. Here is what they figured out. The most profitable small space animals are not the ones everyone talks about. They are the ones that fall completely outside the rules that stop most people before they ever begin. In this video, I am going to show you 5 of them, with real startup costs, real income ranges, and the one legal fact that makes each one possible where you live right now. Stay until the end, because the last thing I share is how all 5 connect into one setup, where each animal cuts the costs of the others. The first animal on this list needs 0 permits in all 50 states. It makes no noise, no smell, and the startup cost is under $120. But the income from one garage shelf runs $600 to $900 a month. Dubia roaches. Pet stores that sell reptiles have one big problem. They can never find a reliable local source of feeder insects. You can be that source. Dubia roaches beat crickets on protein by 22%. They cannot climb smooth plastic walls, so there is 0 escape risk. They have no smell when kept on dry bedding. And because they cannot survive outdoors in most of the US, they are classified as non-invasive, meaning 0 permits in all 50 states. A seller in Lakewood, Colorado supplies 9 reptile owners through a private Facebook group and 1 exotic pet store that buys her entire adult supply every month. Her monthly income is about $650. The monthly feed cost is just $20 of dry dog food, oats, and vegetable scraps. The biggest mistake we found in our research is when buying young roaches to save money up front. Young dubias take 6 to 12 months to reach breeding age. If you start with young ones, you wait almost a year before your first dollar. Buy adult breeders. You will earn back the extra cost within 60 days. Startup cost is about $50 to $120, but expect your first income within month 1 with adult breeders. Please note, dubias are legal in all 50 states with no permit needed. Florida has historically had restrictions, so be sure to confirm your state's current rules before buying. The next animal sells for $50 to $200 per container of 10 to 15 animals. The container is the size of a shoebox, and a single spare closet can bring in $700 to $1,400 a month. Isopods. The terrarium hobby, people building planted reptile tanks, is one of the fastest growing pet markets in the country. Every new tank needs isopods as the cleanup crew. The US supply from breeders is always short of what the market needs. A breeder in Raleigh, North Carolina runs 25 cultures in a closet smaller than a linen cabinet. She sells through Etsy and a Discord group of hobbyists. The monthly income is between $900 to $1,400. Her monthly cost is under $35 just for new bedding, but the feed cost is 0. Isopods eat decaying leaves and organic scraps you collect for free. The biggest mistake we found in our research when first starting with isopods is keeping the whole container equally wet. Isopods need 1 wet side and 1 dry side. If the whole thing is wet, mold grows and wipes out a culture in 48 hours. Wet 1 corner only. Keep the other corner dry. The startup cost is between $100 to $300 for starter cultures, and then just $35 for containers and bedding. Isopods are legal everywhere in the US, so no permit is needed anywhere. If this video is making you excited about something you can actually do, hit subscribe. Every video on this channel gives you verified income systems with real startup costs and real legal facts. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. The next animal is one most people think of as a hobby, but when you understand that one animal produces 3 different things in the same space, the math changes completely. Meat rabbits. Here is the legal fact most people do not know. Rabbits are classified as pets under federal law, not livestock or poultry. That means home processing for direct sale is legal in most states, without federal inspection. Chickens require government oversight the moment you sell them. Rabbits do not. A 10-doe rabbitry in central Missouri runs 3 income streams from the same animals. Processed meat sold direct at $10 per pound. Breeding stock sold through a local rabbit club at $60 to $150 per animal. And bagged. Rabbit manure, the only animal manure you can put straight on a garden without composting. At $10 to $25 per bag before planting season. The combined monthly income is about $550 to $800. The monthly feed cost is only about $40. The biggest mistake when people first start is breeding before they have buyers. Rabbits multiply fast. Commit to one restaurant or one farmer's market spot before the first litter arrives. The startup cost is between $300 to $500. But expect your first litter in 31 days. Be sure to check your HOA and city code. Rabbits are classified as pets in most areas, which means they are allowed in most residential zones. But confirm your specific rules before buying. The next animal weighs less than a large dog, is legal in many suburbs that ban full-size livestock, and produces one product that sells for more per bar than a full dozen of your most expensive eggs. Nigerian dwarf goats. Nigerian dwarf does weigh 60 to 80 pounds, which is smaller than most large dog breeds. Many suburban zoning rules target full-size livestock by weight. Nigerian dwarfs fall below those limits in a large number of U.S. cities. Check your specific code, but the number of suburbs where these animals are fully legal will surprise you. Nigerian dwarf goat milk runs 6 to 10% butterfat, which is more than double regular cow milk. That is what makes every product you make from it worth 3 to 4 times more per pound. One bar of artisan soap made from Nigerian dwarf milk sells for $8 to $14. One doe produces enough milk to make 40 to 60 bars per month. At $10 average, that is anywhere from $400 to $600 per month from one animal's milk. Not the animal, not her babies, just the soap from her milk. A family in suburban Boise, Idaho runs 4 does. They sell the soap through Etsy and at 2 local boutiques. They also have a small milk share program with 3 families at $80 per month each. Their monthly income is between $1,100 to $1,600, and the monthly feed cost is only $50. The biggest mistake in our research is buying unregistered animals to save money up front. Unregistered babies sell for $50 to $100. Registered babies from documented lines sell for $350 to $900. The registration fee is $40. That is the difference of thousands per year. The startup cost is about $800 to $1,200 for 2 registered does. $300 for a basic pen, and a soap-making kit is under $100. Always check your HOA and city zoning for goats. Many suburbs allow Nigerian dwarf goats under companion animal rules, but this varies a lot by city. Confirm before you buy. The last animal on this list is the one that ties the whole system together. It costs almost nothing to run, needs 0 permits anywhere in the country, and it does not just earn income on its own. It cuts the costs of every other animal already running. Coturnix quail. Coturnix quail are classified as game birds under federal code, not poultry or livestock. Most HOA rules name poultry and livestock. Quail appear in neither category. In most U.S. suburbs, these birds are completely legal and completely unregulated. A Coturnix hen starts laying at 6 weeks old. Chickens take 5 months. The same quail egg listed as a fertile hatching egg sells for $12 to $24 per dozen, 4 times the price of a regular eating egg. A homesteader in central Kansas owns 150 Coturnix. His monthly income is between $750 to $1,000. His monthly feed cost is only $45. But disease spreads fast in crowded conditions. Keep at least 1 square foot per bird. Quarantine any new birds for 14 days before adding them to your flock. And plan for 5 to 10% annual loss even in a well-run flock. The startup cost is between $150 to $300 for cages, an incubator, and breeding stock. but expect the first eggs within 6 weeks. Check your HOA and city code for quail. They are often classified differently than chickens, but some cities do include game birds in their poultry rules. Confirm your specific code before you start. The business mindset. Most people look at their property and see a cost, a mortgage, a utility bill, a lawn to mow. A business owner looks at the same property and sees money. Unused space is an asset you are not using yet. The question is not whether you have enough land. The question is whether you are using what you already have. Every animal in this video runs in a space most people already own and are not using. The closet, the garage shelf, the backyard corner. The setup does not need more space. It just needs to use the space you already have. The most important thing. One more thing before you go. And this is the most important part. These 5 animals are not 5 separate income streams. They are one system. Your quail waste becomes bedding for your dubia colonies at near zero cost. Your dubias become a live protein supplement you feed back to your quail, replacing up to 25% of their commercial feed every month. Your isopods process the organic waste from both. Your rabbits produce manure that feeds back into this whole setup. Your Nigerian dwarf goats clear the perimeter and deposit the best fertilizer on the property. Nothing goes to waste. Everything gets reused. The animals help feed each other. So now you know about 5 animals nobody talks about and how they can make real money. I gave you real numbers, real legal facts, and the real risks. This isn't just a dream because it can actually work. Now that you know which animals to start with, the next step is learning the right order to add them. What should you get first? What comes second? And what will your money look like after 6 months? Once everything starts working together? That's why you need to watch one of the 2 videos on your screen right now. The most expensive mistake people make is buying animals before they know which one fits their space and their budget and the right order. And this all sounds easy until you skip the right order. That's where most people lose money in the first 90 days. If you close this window without watching the next video, you're making that choice blind.